Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about value traps. We hear a lot that you should not fight the Fed, you should not fight central banks because massive liquidity injections and low rates are going to make equities soar and markets continue to go up consistently despite weak macro environment and weak earnings. Well, to a certain extent, that does happen in some cases, but increasingly so, what we're seeing is that there is a rising number of zombie companies that are quoted that become part of what we call value traps. What are value traps? Companies, stocks that look optically cheap, that seem to be at weak levels relative to historic price, absolute price. However, that those companies are actually delivering very poor returns, very weak growth, and they're part of that zombification of the economy that we constantly talk about in this channel. So what happens is that when markets rise due to central bank injections, they don't go up as much as the rest of the indices. And when markets correct, what they do is that they tend to fall sometimes even more than the indices themselves. In reality, what they become is empty calories in a portfolio. These are companies that have a lot of beta. These are companies that have a lot of exposure to the cycle, and what you see is that they just don't generate alpha, they just don't generate good returns for an investor, and they create an absolutely infuriating level of anger for anyone that owns them, because you see that they just don't deliver either when the market is up, and definitely they don't protect you when the market is down. So what we need to do is to, instead of following this example of just don't fight the Fed, follow central banks, buy anything, buy the junk, what we need to do, and more as things progress, is to avoid value traps and to avoid those companies that are generating those empty calories in a portfolio. We need to be extremely worried about this as well, because as the divergence between markets and the macroeconomic and earnings reality increases, the disparity of returns and the level of volatility that these stocks add to a portfolio is very big. More importantly, the reality as well is that they don't deliver in the long term. They're supposed to be value, but they're value traps. Thanks a lot for following this channel. Please leave your comments below. Leave any of your suggestions as well for further videos, and keep defending freedom. Thank you very much.